Hello there, and welcome to your Tuesday Thoughts Tarot video, coming to you today, the last day of March. We are the 31st of March 2026. Welcome to everyone who's watching, and I hope you get something out of today. Earlier on, I was at one of my in-person readings for a client, and it's just so fascinating what comes up in the tarot, and it reminded me of what my tarot teacher said to me, Tracy Hood. She said, the tarot never lies. And it's funny when you're with someone, not when you're messing around, you're just having a quick little read for yourself, but when you're with someone and you're asking the tarot to tell you a story about this person, and you shuffle and lay out the cards, how accurate they are. This lady, I was talking about different things as we went through the past, as we went through the present, as we went through her fate line, as we went through the outcome. And she was just kind of going, yeah, I know. She didn't give me anything till the very end. We kind of did a recap at the end and she confirmed a lot. But it was like, it told her story. And for me, I was saying to her several times, you know, I don't read, oh, in 3 months you're going to meet this person and da-da-da-da-da. My tarot is not like that. My tarot is, let's walk through where you've been and let's see where you're going to, and let's see if that's accurate and see what possible outcomes there might be. But while you're there, my team, I bring in my team beforehand. We do a little kind of meditation. I open up my energy beforehand. My team comes in. My team is there. The energy is palpable. And so that person will come in and sit in that energy and be delivered healing messages, uplifting messages. And when she spoke to me a little bit afterwards about how it resonated with her, there was one card which was talking about emotion and, you know, tears and that type of thing. And it didn't really resonate with her. But while she was speaking to me of her situation, the emotion just came forward, as it does with healing. Sometimes people don't know why the tears suddenly pop into their eyes to be released. It's because when you have energy healings, the tears are a way to release. The tears are a way to release that energy, release that toxicity, free up. When energy is moved, a way of it kind of coming out is tears, the emotions. It's energy in motion, so the emotions are triggered to release. And she was kind of like, oh, I don't know why, but I'm getting emotional. And I went, well, that's this card. So it did resonate, and sometimes it doesn't make sense maybe till a few days after. So I did have to say to her, you may be emotional over the next few days, because this is like a healing. This is you sitting down with someone who doesn't know you, and we're looking at your life and we're looking at everything that you've gone through and seeing what that's about. And that's healing in itself, that somebody does that with you, that somebody sits with you and looks at your life and from a different perspective, because her friends will have a perspective, her family will have a perspective. And the funny thing was, when I was getting ready, obviously I'm a medium as well, and I'm sitting getting ready, waiting for her, and one of our members of her family popped in and offered her a gift, and it's her birthday today, and everything. But anyway, it's a beautiful, magical thing. So here I am to read tarot for you. So this is for your entertainment. This is me reading just for the end of March. Let's see what's happening the end of March, and let's see where we're moving into April. If you watch, this one has turned over, so I'm going to take it. If you have watched Pam Gregory on YouTube, she's amazing. She is the lady that I follow for astrology. She knows her stuff inside out. And everything that is happening in the world has an astrological link. She's able to predict that there could be some major catastrophe or major upset that happens on a particular day. And it does, because she's tuning into the astrology. It is written in the stars. It is written when Mars moves into something. And then, that Mars energy is strong, which is war planet, right? So she is able to tap into all of these energies and realize that what's happening in the world is a reflection of the cosmos. And in knowing that, we can look at the cosmos and look at the stars and empower ourselves and take advantage when we can of, this looks like I have a dark patch there, but it's just a little dry skin. Take advantage of what's lining up for us and where our energy is, and the energy of the planet, the energy of the peoples. But also, she was saying about April being super fast. It is the fire horse. It is proper fire horse energy, and how 2026 is this major transition year. So many more people are going to wake up to their consciousness. Many more people are going to wake up to the reality of the world. Okay, that's come out and that's come out. To the reality of the world, and the world beyond your here. A lot of people think the world, is here, and they're a little person, and it's very practical and everyday. But actually, the world you're living in is multi-layered, multi-dimensional. It is a growing, turning, churning energy system, and you are riding it. And so there is this element of, okay, there's 3 have come out. Don't know what they are, so I'm going to keep those turned over and we'll read those at the end. It's there's so much to be revealed about the world, and are you ready? Are you ready for that? Okay, let's begin. Bottom of the deck, Hanged Man. So you've been patient, you've been hanging around, you've been waiting. The Hanged Man is usually like this, so he's hanging, he's upset down, he's not struggling, he's not trying to get away, he's just having to wait till situations right themselves so he can go the right way up. So there's an element of the Hanged Man that's telling us, in our world today, look at it differently, change your perspective. Can you see it from a different side? Can you see it from a different angle? He is patiently waiting, and he could slip that off his foot very easy. He could just wiggle his foot and get out of this situation, but he's not doing that. He's not trying to escape the situation. He's trying to take it in. He knows things are going to change, and in April, it's supposedly, because of the astrology, going to move very quickly. So this is the pause before the quickness. This is the hanging around. So he's got what do you call those again? Oh my goodness, what are they called? This is mental brain. Halo. He has a halo around his head, and that shows that while he's been waiting for life to change, he's been gaining wisdom. He has been becoming enlightened. And he is ready now. He is ready to switch it up. He is ready to move forward, looking to the, to the right here. He is going to make change. He's going to do something. But it can be also a Pisces card. So there might be a Pisces that has been waiting around for change, that has been feeling like they're a bit in limbo. You might have been doing a lot of your own work and wondering when the iron is going to strike, when you're going to find your place, when it's going to kick off, when it's really you're going to get your just rewards. And as the Hanged Man, you have been patient, and it's recognizing your patience. That's the underlying energy. We have the Six of Swords as your first card. So Six of Swords is moving away from a period of difficulty. You can see here the water is very stormy at the front, but you can see the water on the other side is very tame, it's calm, it's almost mirror-like. And so the waves, the choppy waves, are telling us that you're moving from this stormy period and you're moving to a period of calmness. So we could look at that as the world, but also as yourself. Have you had a period of upset? Have you had a period of difficulty in your life? Have you had a period where, you know, your emotions have just been up and down and up and down, and you had to deal with a lot? A lot has been coming at you. And so what you're doing now is you're moving forward to calmer waters. You're moving to a different horizon. You might actually be moving across water in some sense. And you're taking with you 6 swords. So your swords are all about your mind, your intellect, your intelligence. It can be intellectual property, but you're taking it with you. So whatever you've learned while you've been patient, you've been gaining that halo of wisdom, you decide then to move forward. So you're taking all of that information with you, all of that intellect, all of the brightness, the sparks with you, and you're moving to a calmer period in your life. So the upsets, the intensity will calm down. There's movement here through something. There's movement through these waves. There's movement through this storm. You know, sometimes they say the calm before the storm, but we're looking at the calm after the storm, because that happens as well. You have this crazy storm, and I quite like storms, you know, weather storms. It's just the intensity, and, you know, I'm lucky because I have a roof over my head, so I appreciate that, and it makes me appreciate that more, hearing the wind and the rain battering outside. And then there's this calmness after, there's this peace, there's this, did that even happen afterwards? So there's a peace coming towards you. These emotions, these tears, these ups and downs are starting to level out and bring you up to a place of peacefulness, a place of calmness, a place of ease, let's say. And we've got 2 little butterflies on the side. So you're transforming this difficult, intense period to a much calmer period. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles, which is wonderful. So she is like the King. She's very much into business, into working. She is able to create money. She's got the kind of the bulls here, so it can point to that sort of Taurian energy. So Taurians like money, they like to save, they like to be wealthy, they like to have money and security. They don't necessarily like to frivolously spend, but they also have money. They've also a way to generate money. We're actually moving we're in Aries now, and then we'll be moving into Taurian energy. So we could be moving from stormy Aries into a more balanced Taurian phase as well. And she tells us that she is able to work hard and able to have money. She's still very much in her feminine and very much in her natural world, watching her plants grow and blossom. So she's able to plant, she's able to tend the plants, and she's able to watch them bring forward blossom and then fruit. So it's this cycle of growth and maturity that comes with the Queen as well. She's got a little Easter bunny here, so that's pointing to Easter time, which is next weekend as well. So maybe everything that you've been working towards and moving from that period of difficulty and intensity into a period of ease is going to mean that you are feeling more established, you're feeling more secure in your business and with your money. There is slight downside to the Queen of Pentacles in that she has spent so much time tending to her business and tending to this money and watching it grow and creating this financial stability that she hasn't had much time for anything else. So this is the Queen of Pentacles who is established, who has security, but now realizes that did she miss out on a lot in her life? And why did she miss out? Because she went on a spiritual journey. The Hierophant is all about your spiritual development. It can be related to Geminis. It can be related to your siblings, for example, brothers, sisters, cousins, aunts, uncles, that type of energy. So it could be a link to some family energy here as well. But it's often, as he's pointing to the heavens here, it's often a learning of spiritual knowledge. spiritual establishments, a spiritual hierarchy. He's got 3 tiers on his crown here, so it's about learning about the mind, which we had the swords, the body, which is the pentacles, it's the physical, and the soul, the spiritual. And he's got a little book here, and if you can see, so he's learning. So this Queen of Pentacles is very much still learning about her spiritual development, learning about this mind, body, soul. She's unlocking things here. So through her knowledge and wisdom, she's able to unlock the keys to the balance of our life. One key is gold, one key is silver. So that's the balancing of yin and yang. So it's almost someone who is learning how to use their energy of yin and yang to bring balance to their life, and to bring, I'm sort of seeing like magic, like manifestation magic. And you're not hiding anymore. He's unveiled one leg here. So he's uncovered his knee. And that's to kind of show you that he's showing the world. He's showing the world that he's doing this, that he's not hiding his spiritual development. He's feeling very much grounded in that. He's got these 2 huge pillars here next to him. So that's, establishment. That's, he's on this block. So this is stable, established, grounded, spiritual wisdom that's coming through. I always think that's funny as well, because that in Tai Chi is a sword. So it's like he's pointing up with the sword. You would see Archangel Michael with a sword of truth. And this is, in Tai Chi, this is like the pretend sword. You do a form with this, and you use this as the sword. Because the sword is just a channel for your energy. So when you're working with a sword, your energy actually runs through to the tip. So when you're pointing the sword at someone, your energy doesn't end in your hand. Your energy should actually flow to the end of the tip of the sword. So the directive is at the point of the sword, and that is where your energy goes. So in a way, this is telling us as well that we're using, not dip, we're using this download of energy. This is our antenna, in a way. We're linking up to receive. But certainly there has been this period of spiritual development that has gone on. And that has taken a lot of strength. That's taken a lot of inner strength. She's able to tame this lion here. She's able to hold his jaws open. Her hands are in its mouth. And she's able to do it with a smile on her face and with grace. She knows she has the strength to do this. And the lion doesn't mind. He's kind of happy to be subdued. He's happy to be submissive to her. So it's this energy that's in your world. It could be the big bad world, and you're finally finding a way to control it, to make it bend to your rules. There's no fear anymore. The strength card is all about courage and bravery. So you have developed this inner, we've got the sun here, so it could be like the solar plexus. So you've developed this self-esteem. You've developed this inner courage, and you're happy to use it. And it doesn't mean you need to change and become hard. In this, she has flowers around her waist. She has flowers in her hair. She has beautiful blonde hair billowing. So people may mistake her. They may think, oh, she's just a pretty girl. But they don't see that you have this incredible strength and bravery within you. And you've had to develop that, and life has taught you that. But that has built this will, this solar plexus is all about your will. So you have this strength of will now. And so that lion could be your own self-deception, and you have overcome that. You've overcome it. So now we'll go to the 3 cards that I don't know what they are. So we'll do the bottom one first. 10 of Pentacles. So this is happy families. This is traditional family. This is everything that you want in life. You've got the grandfather here with the child. So we're talking about multi-levels within a family. Grandparents, parents, children, and then grandchildren. So there's a whole cycle of family here. And there's a lot of money here. There's 10. So 10 is very good. There's abundance of money here. So you'll move into this period of abundance of money and abundance of family connection. Perhaps you're going to be spending more time at home with your family. Perhaps you're going to see your family a little bit more. This can also be inheritance or money that's kind of come to you. You haven't had to work for it, so it's money that's within the family. Like the Queen of Pentacles has built all of this money as well. She, you have your home, you have your work, you have your money, you have your family. So it's very traditional and it's very much abundance. There's nothing wanting here. And it's joyful. He's playing with his grandchild here. So it's joyful. There's a little dog in the corner. So, this family with the dog and with the money, and a very traditional family somewhere in there for you. And then we have the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is a little bit like nostalgia. So maybe you have nostalgic ideas of what the traditional family is. It's also soulmate relationships. So we've got 6 cups here with lilies in them. So there's this innocent love being offered to you. There's this love like your first love, like your soulmate love, like your sweethearted school love. That type of energy is coming in. And I know he looks a bit funny here, but it is this innocence and this wanting to offer flowers to this lady. Classic innocent expression of love to somebody, and like a nostalgia. Like this can be home as well. So, as I said, it could be visiting family. So this could be returning to that nostalgia, returning to that home place, returning and meeting someone from home, from where you were, who wants to offer you this love. I also see the little wishing well here. So the wishing well points to make a wish. Throw in your coin, make a wish. What happens when we do that, when we throw a coin into the wishing well? We leave it. We wish, we throw it in, and we let it go. And there's something about that, like you trust that the wish will come true. Trust before you leave it. And there's that innocence as well. We used to have that belief. We used to have that imaginary belief when we threw a coin into the lake, the pond, not the lake, the pond or the well or the fountain. You see in lots of cities, there's one city in particular, I think a lot of people throw coins into, and they have to clean out the coins every time. But there's innocence and there's love here coming through. And we have the sun, which means this is your read. So if this is you, this is for you. And the sun, again, like the solar plexus, it is shining bright. It is this new baby, this child coming in on this white horse. So that's new life. So the sun is shining on you for new life. And we've got sunflowers here as well. So that's us moving into that summertime when the sun is strong. And the horse here is like, there is a something you might want to look up, which is it's Pegasus, but it's like a, when the police label a project or an investigation, Red Door or something like that. There's also one called Pegasus, which might be interesting for you to read up on. I'm not getting my words right as to what it is. Not agent, not action. What is the word for that? Let me see if I can remember. Oh, hold on. Operation, is that the word? Operation Pegasus. You might want to read up on that. But when the sun is high in the sky, we will feel renewed, reborn. We will move forward with new energy. We will feel like we are on the sacred horse. The horse is often, in shamanic world, the horse carries us through to a new world, to a new existence, to another dimension. So perhaps as we move into summer, we really will be becoming reborn, becoming anew, and moving into a completely new world, perhaps by the summer. Because if Pam is anything to go by, April is going to be massively full of change, which would lead the summer to be it's kind of the coming together of all the ends. So I'm seeing like all of the different ends coming together and making sense. So there's a lot of stuff happening at a lot of places, there's a lot of stuff flying around, there's a lot of different pieces of information. But by summertime, we should be clear and we should know what this newness means to us, okay? So the next deck I'm going to go to is Ask Your Guides by Sonia, Choquette. And in this deck, we're just going to, because the cards are, you know, nice simple images, it's easy to kind of tune in. But let's ask this deck to clarify what we are meaning here in this read. So we're seeing moving away from difficult times to calmer times, which everybody wants. We're seeing an energy of someone who's built a certain amount and has a security, but realizes that maybe they were focused on the business and the money their whole life. Not because necessarily their obsession was with ambition and trying to get ahead, but maybe they just had no choice. Maybe they only had themselves to rely on, and they made sure that they could take care of themselves. And a lot of that was a period of spiritual development, so there was a lot of depth in that period, as well as trying to maintain balance in life and survive. There was great spiritual growth, and that developed this strength within, that developed this confidence, that developed this bravery, because it's really hard to step out and do new things. It's really hard to even do a video. You know, it's taken a lot of work and training to get to the point where I feel comfortable doing a video. And so you build that strength, and you have courage. You need to have courage to kind of bring yourself forward and put yourself out there, and that comes over time, that comes with experience, because I think it's only in experience that you can develop an understanding. For every read that I do, for every tarot read that I do for a person, I'm learning how the cards put together have meaning. I'm learning how the tarot doesn't lie. I'm learning how people go through some terrible things, and yet there is positivity and strength that comes out of some things. And then we move into that happy families, time with family, maybe an inheritance, maybe money from family money, something like that is coming in, and it's connected to where we grew up. It's connected to nostalgia. We can also look through rose-tinted glasses a little too much, and we can look at the past and think, oh, wasn't everything great? Well, was it great? Was it? And then we have the sun energy, this vibrant sun. So think solar flares, think get out and get some sun, get some vitamin D on your skin. Take some vitamin D if you can't get out. We need the vitamin D. There's a lot of talk now about, I saw something yesterday, and it was to do with, you know, there's a lot of chemtrails, there's a lot of chemicals that people put up to block the sun. That's part of geoengineering that everyone is doing and has been doing for quite a while, and so we're breathing and inhaling a lot of more chemicals than before, and those things are landing on our crops, etc., etc. So it's not really good for our health. But also, if they're blocking the sun, they're blocking life force, they're blocking our vitamin D, they're blocking the thing that makes your plants grow, that makes your food grow. And then there's a company that has decided to put satellites or some sort of things in space with mirrors to catch the reflection of the sun, to catch sunlight, and then by the angle reflected down to earth in certain positions. There is a company that's doing that. And what they're doing is they're blocking the sun for all of us, but there's a company out there harnessing the sunlight, and they can direct it to you wherever you want. So if you want to grow your plants at night, if you have a field of wheat or crops or something, then you can literally have the sunlight come down on them in the middle of the night if you pay these people for sunlight. So that's all very interesting as well. I'm just seeing somebody outside watching me do my video. Because I have the lamp on so they can see me. So that's interesting, but also it's moving into this new era, moving into this new time, moving into the solar period. So there may be a lot of sun stuff coming up as well, so pay attention to that. And especially during the time of the sunflower. Sunflowers are so cheerful. The sun is so good, it's so cheery. When we have blue sky and sunshine, it's the most beautiful thing. So this is a journey into summer, I would say. So this is moving from winter, spring into summer, and perhaps what we will be doing during that phase. Now we have a few different ones that have come out. So these have all come out. So the first one is Deprivation Prosperity Guides. So this, you can see here, he's got a hole inside his body, and he's got a little plate here, and he's kind of saying, you know, like Oliver, please sir, can I have some more? So there probably has been a period of lack in your life. And what we need to say is that deprivation, that lack, is not an energy we want to carry forward. Because if we can trust that the heavens have us and the heavens will supply for us, we can move into fulfillment, we can move into abundance, we can move into plenty of money. Okay? So if you're feeling in lack, call on the higher to come and assist. I'm doing a lot of work now on money, but because money is just a thing that we use, we all have these ideas about money and whether it's good, bad, whether we can use it or not use it. It's all about belief systems, but where did that come from? Somebody told us that. So it's about rewiring that system. And I'm doing a lot of Reiki on it and a lot of gentle release on it as well, actually. So I do a few different gentle release healings. One is spirit points and one is vagus nerve. And at the moment, there are other courses in gentle release which are amazing. But at the moment I'm sticking with those two because I'd like to gather experience and does the message come through? Experience and develop them, and see, because you need to give something time to settle in, something time to root in with yourself as a practitioner. You really need to root in your treatments and your sessions, and having too many going at the one time, too many new things, it's not the way to do it. But perhaps you have been overspending. Perhaps you can see that your bank balance is a bit low. Perhaps you have been wondering, I want to pay for that, but I don't have the money. I feel empty. I feel like there's a hole that I'm trying to fill. So that desperation, that deprivation, you might be feeling that energy right now. You might be feeling you've done all this work, and it might be that you think, look, I've done all this work for the higher, and what's it brought me? What's it brought me, right? But what I would say is, let's use this higher wisdom. Let's use what we know about Reiki, about energy, about using manifestation skills to harness money in a magical way. So I'm going to be doing that for myself. And then when it works, and it's already started working, when it works a bit more, then I can bring it out and maybe do a course for you if you would be interested. Now, next we have purpose. So trust that you will be given the abundance you need to move forward on your journey. This is the Master Teacher card, and you can see he is following this arrow. He's got his flowers in hand and his business case, and he's moving forward under the eyeful watch of the higher spirits. So you're moving into your purpose. So it's trusting that you will be given what you need to move into your purpose. And the spiritual journey is one of fine balance. So often people are only given enough to get them to the next stage. So there's a massive amount of trust in there. But again, he's got stars all around him. So this is astrology here. There's this connection to your master teacher. It's also making me think of today, a lady asked me about learning Reiki, because I'm a master teacher in Reiki. Could I teach her Reiki? And of course, yes, of course I can. But this master teacher is telling me now, maybe that is part of my purpose, is to start teaching. That is the direction perhaps that I'll be moving into. So interesting for me as well. It's about taking a risk, taking a gamble on something. You know, are you prepared to jump under the understanding that someone's going to catch you? Are you prepared to just jump off that ledge and take that opportunity? Are you going to be brave? Are you going to have that courage? And you can see there's lots of little cherubs almost here, and they're just throwing down the stars. They're just, you know, releasing these stars all around you. And I don't know if you can see it, but in the background, this is people. This is spirit watching. This is all in the spirit world watching you take that leap of faith and being caught. Being willing to jump for joy. And risk is also about, because it's the joy guides, take some joy in your life. If you've been missing joy, this is the spiritual world saying, it's okay, just enjoy life a little more. Take a risk and go here or go there. Don't be frightened of having some fun. Because when you have fun, your energy changes, you relax, you expand, your energy expands, and you bring more to the world in that sense, and you can receive more from the world as well. If you're hidden away and you're kind of just your head in your books like you were for a long time with the Hierophant studying, if you were like that, it's saying maybe this summer, between spring and summer, get out a bit more, be a bit more risque, you know, go for joy, have fun, play, do things that you find interesting or find fun, find playful, because that as well is going to teach you. Everything teaches you and opens up your psychic awareness. Every experience you have is a divine experience. So there's a level of whatever you go through, there's a lesson, there's a teaching, there's an upgrading. It's even, I met a person today who had a reading, but I learned from her in that reading. I learned from our energies and how the dynamic was between us. I learned from the cards and how to express myself. I learned how to connect with her. So everything brings that wisdom of the hawk here, the moon, the waters, the up and downs. We've got the fish here, which reminds me of Piscean energy. So there's a big psychic awareness, and this is what's coming as well. This solar energy, this Christ consciousness, these waves of new energy are coming onto the planet, and they're going to increase your psychic awareness, and they're going to increase your acknowledgement of your divine soul. And so this is new for a lot of people. If you're just every day and going about your business, and you know, you haven't had time to get into any soulful development really, this is the year it's going to ask that of you. And what's coming in now is that might be a bit freaky for people, because it's going to change the nature of relationships. So work together. When you're in a family, perhaps that's what this is saying as well. When you're in a traditional family unit, you've built sustainability, security, you're financially well off, you have a home, you have family around you, it's going to shake that up a little. The new world is going to shake that up. And you may have to leave the nostalgia. And the nostalgia can be, oh, well, this is how it's always been, so this is the way it is. No, you're going to be moving off into this new period of new solar activity, new energy, new frequency. And that's going to be a different experience for you. So this reading is telling you to be prepared, get ready. You know, you've been in this waiting time, but we're going to flip it up now, and we're going to have to look at it. We're going to have to change our perspective and see the truth of this new awakening. Pam Gregory, watch her stuff on YouTube. She is brilliant, and she's so nice to listen to, and her voice, I just can't get enough of her. It's when you find a reader or a person to have dropped out that you resonate with, and just when you hear them, it's just the most comforting thing. So I often do it on journeys home from my other work. I'll put in my headphones and I'll listen to stuff, because it's quite a long commute, and that's where I get my hours in on catching up with that type of thing. So I do make it productive, and yeah, it's a soothing when I hear her, and Amanda Ellis as well. I enjoy Amanda Ellis. So Amanda Ellis and Pam Gregory, those are ones to watch. So Michael has come in, and he is saying positive thoughts create positive results. So this is, again, we've got the rainbow. This card came up today, actually. We've got the rainbow here. So work with the rainbow energy. What is rainbow light? It's all the colours that come together to make white light. So it's the divine light. And he looks kind of fun here, and he's all jazzed up, and he's all colourful. So be positive. It says, divine love and wisdom, I call upon you now. I know that my mind and emotions are eternally and continuously connected to you. I ask my higher self to be aware and conscious of the love and light that is within every person and situation. And I was saying that earlier as well, that everything teaches us. We learn from everything, and it makes us become more of who we are, and then we can give more to the world. We can express ourselves better in harmonizing the world. But he is very jazzy there. He's got a little diamond on his hand, and actually he is doing the Hierophant thing. It's so tiny you probably won't be able to see it. He's got the 2 fingers up here, which is like the Hierophant. So that's the connection to the heavens and the divine. And then the sword is going down, which is like the magician. So connecting to the heavens down to the earth. We're bringing heaven on earth. This is what we'll recognize now. Heaven is coming on earth. And we are part of that. We are part of that in between. And rainbow energy, look out for rainbows. There's also lots of little spirits around here, which I've never really noticed before. All these little elements are spirits. Let's see how I can get you to see it. Yeah, see, spirits. So there's a lot of spirit energy around. And then it says this situation is already resolved. Now, this is very poignant, isn't it? There's a child here who has been carried away by Michael to safety and security in the heavens. You see that? So every child has an angel that will come in and save that child. Every child, every being will have someone lift them off to the heavens. Never forget, I think that's the thing, everybody living this mundane life, you don't see the next phase, you don't see the after, you just see a crisis. But there is holiness here, there is safety here, there is this, I can take you out of the damaged world, I can free you, and I will bring you to the light, I will bring you to the heavens. The angels have been around for millions of years. They've been around forever. They are energetic presences, and they are very powerful, and they can come in and take you to safety. So for anyone that's thinking about the destruction and the children that have died and other terrible things that have happened to children as well, and children may have died and suffered, turn to the angels. They will resolve the situation. Situation's already resolved, they're saying. It's already resolved. So you can cry over this child maybe forever, but the angel is saying no, it's resolved. Now, many people find that hard to understand. And I understand that it is hard to understand. I did mediumship once with a lady, and her child came through, and she had a question for him, and she asked him if he was happy, and he was, but she couldn't understand how he could be. She goes, but how can he be? I said, well, he is. So it's this misunderstanding of what life is, what life was before they were born, what life is after they pass whatever difficulties that they're having. There is an energy around them. No one is left alone. No one is left alone. You are held. You are carried through the darkest times. It's like when Jesus said there was footprints in the sand, yeah? And the person who's had a bad life is saying, where were you? Where were you when I needed you? When I was walking on the sand, there was only my footprints. There was only one set of footprints. And Jesus said, that's when I carried you. So he was there. Christ's light was there. The energy of Jesus. And this brings me to Easter. If you're going through a tough time and think you're alone, you're not. So imagine that whatever difficulty it is resolved. Because our thoughts create our world. So if you're thinking that this situation is going on and on and on and on, then it will go on and on and on and on. So you actually have to trick yourself into thinking, it's resolved, it's resolved, it's resolved, thank goodness, it's resolved, it's resolved. You're sending out a different signal. And this is where many people need to learn their power and learn how, what you think, what you say, how you feel. When you put that out into the world, is that what you want to get back? Because if it's not, then change it. If you're putting stuff out there into the world in a certain way, in what you say, in what you post, in what you express, then you're basically firing up the engine to bring you more of that. So it takes courage, it takes bravery, it takes strength to switch it up, to change your perspective and realize, actually, I think there was more benefit when I imagined that it was already better, that it was already fixed, that there was a solution. Instead of looking at the problem, look at the solution. So every problem comes with its solution. It says, I give any worries, cares, and concerns to you in exchange for true peace in all ways. Thank you for resolving this, whatever the situation is, in a divinely imperfect way. So trust. Send that prayer up and trust that you will be held. You will be saved. There is this magical world that you don't even know exists, that you're not tapping into fully. That is a world that is more relevant than this world. So it's about where it's time to tap into that. Where will we go next? Let's just give you one more card. And then I'll try and get this up before my Zoom call. I have a Zoom call every Tuesday with my channeling group. I must apologise, I haven't done channeling on here for a while. I love channeling, but maybe tomorrow I might get a chance to do a bit of channeling. It's been a busy time. But I hope you're well. Let me know if it resonates. Let me know if you think. It's almost like this is a read that's just a preparation read, just to kind of get you ready for something, just to say, yeah, things are going to be coming up. You might want to pay attention to. We're going to The Priestess of Light by Sandra and Taylor, which was a lovely deck that was gifted to me. Yeah, so I hope you're well. Sorry, I went off into a little daydream there, didn't I? Hope you're well. Let me know if it resonates. Do leave a comment. Do like and hype it. Share it with people who you think, maybe they're moving from this difficult time. And maybe they're not sure where they're going, but across the water is a calmer horizon, a calmer shore. So they are moving to better times. Imagine the situation already resolved. Positive thoughts create positive outcomes. it's really taking that on board. You know, there needs to be a certain effort on your part to make this change, so you can then embrace this new world that's coming. Okay, can we have one card, please? I might just have to split the deck if you're not going to give me a card. Do you want a card? No cards? Too many, but I'll take one of them. I'll take the most relevant. Oh, well, I love this one. Twin flames. We've got the tiger here, the eye of the tiger. So twin flame energy coming in. Soul partner, eternal connection. We've had that recently as well. So be prepared for that to be around. Be prepared to meet someone that's coming in for you. A reminder. We've got, again, the white horse, shamanic journey. So you are moving in through the different dimensions. You might find yourself in your sleep having these very interesting dreams as well, where you feel like you're moving through dimensions and you're coming back to tell a story. This is purpose, attunement, vision quest. And we had that with Archangel Michael, and the master teacher card was telling us about our purpose. So you're moving much more in the direction that you need to go in. And, you know, it is about using these spiritual activities like shamanic journeying, like meditation, like learning a healing modality to help you along that purpose. It's just a beautiful card. It's gorgeous. And it's 23, which is 5. 2 and 3 is 5, so that's change. So perhaps you're going to change things up. And then we've got the divine masculine, which is the sun energy, solar energy as well. You can see the sun behind her, and she's using that energy. She's bringing it in. It's also coming down all around. It's a him, actually. It's also coming down all around him. Oh, hold on. Your divine partner, your divine masculine is coming in. Okay. It says electric active power. So this is big change. There's a male coming into your life who maybe is going to be bringing you towards that family scenario, who's maybe going to be bringing you that romantic kind of first love energy is going to be coming in for you, because you've done a lot of time on your own and you've missed out. So this new divine masculine energy is coming in, and it's twin flame energy. Okay, and then we have telepathy, transmission, perception, communication. And again, this is the new world we're moving into, one of telepathy, one of receiving images, receiving communications in our mind, in our mind's eye, seeing the invisible, seeing what's not there. We're seeing it. We're communicating with the invisible world, because it's not invisible. When that gentleman came in for that lady today, he's not invisible. I mean, he's not there, but I see him. I see him with my third eye. I see what his hair was like. I saw what he was wearing. I saw his build. I saw he had the softest skin. You know, I was able to see those things. So these perceptions, these abilities are going to be coming online too. And underneath we have soul radiance, phoenix rising. So this is a rebirth, again with the phoenix. This is you rising out of the ashes of the old, being reborn, and a flame, phoenix from the flame. So April is Aries energy, it is flame energy, it is fire horse. Fire horse. We're talking about this shamanic journey with the fire horse. We're talking about the shamanic journey with the fire horse. The sun is the fire. Fire horse. Wow, okay. There's a lot of big fiery energy in April. I mean, this is for this week. This is for the start of April. But an angelic, this, you know, she's got wings here. There's angelic energy coming in. And it says soul radiance. So discovering that soul energy, discovering that part of you that is soul. Oh my goodness. Be ready for April. Be ready for fire horse. We are in a fire horse already, but I think it's going to take off. So I hope that's brought you something. I hope you've enjoyed. Sorry, energy keeps moving. It's just crazy when I speak and I'm doing a session. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know. Leave me a comment. It is now 6:46 p.m. on Tuesday the 31st of March. So tomorrow is April Fool's Day. What will I do? Have a great one and have a lovely week. Leave me a comment. If anything resonates, it might not all resonate together, but there might be something that you pick up for it that makes sense to you. But don't forget Michael's messages. Positive thoughts create positive results. And his other message was, it's already resolved. So you have power to affect change by changing how you think and changing how you are. But that takes courage and bravery. And we had that already, didn't we? It's time to be courageous. And this can be your own consciousness, your own subconscious. You may have to fight your own subconscious because it's got a pattern of behavior, a pattern of belief. And the new energy that comes in is going to demand that you quiet that belief and you bring in new beliefs. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. 5550. That sounds good to me. I'll leave it there. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.